What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Sean Wave, and I'm back at y'all with another video. And in this video, we're gonna be putting the Remix Silky Durag versus the So Many Waves Durag. So let's not waste any time. Let's jump right into it. Alright guys, so before I get into today's video, I just want to give you guys a little bit of a background why I chose to do the Remix Silky Durag and the So Many Waves Durag. The main reason is people always inbox me on Instagram and they ask me what's the best durag. I get this question about 2 to 3 times a day, and usually my first response to that question is the So Many Waves rag. The reason why that's always my first response is because I used to always wear it back in the day. I've been wearing So Many Waves durag since 1995. So for me, the So Many Waves rag was always the best rag. But now it's 2018 and there are so many different quality durags out there. I can't just say So Many Waves is the best durag now, because at the end of the day, the material that they used to make their durags back in the early 2000s and the late 90s is different from the material that they use now. And I can attest to that because I have durags from 1998, 1999. So I can tell you from experience and a longevity standpoint that the material feels different. But at the end of the day, I'm a creature of habit, so that's why I continue to buy So Many Waves rags. But now, like I said, it's 2018. There are different durag companies out there. You have Remix, you have Red by Kiss, and you have Dream Deluxe durags, and that's just to name a few. There are so many different other companies out there. But with that being said, I still tend to always lean towards So Many Waves durag, and that's just because out of those 3 rags that I just said, they all typically look and feel the same. So for me, it was just easier to pick one to go against the So Many Waves durag. I'm gonna get more into the details of each rag, because like I said, this is a versus video. But let's open them up first and let's get a first impression. Okay, so the first rag we're gonna open is the So Many Waves rag. And this is the Miami Green rag. I got this rag from TracyLauren.com. And from the first look, I like the rag. It has wide straps. I like that a lot. Because I know some of you guys have ordered So Many Waves durag and the straps weren't wide. Yeah, man, it looks good. I like it. I'm going to go into more detail about the rag, but first let me open up the Remix Silky Durag. Okay, next we're going to open the Remix Silky Durag. Alright, and this is the Remix Silky Durag. Right off the back, I like it a lot. It has the black trim and the wide straps. Alright, so now let's get into this comparison. So let's talk about this Remix rag. The idea is to get a rag that's silky, but let's break down the term silky. Because back in the day, we wanted silky rags because we felt our hair was going to look silky from wearing those rags. I think now in 2018, people just look at the rag and see how shiny it is, and that's silky to them. But back in the day, the So Many Waves, that was the first silky rag. I don't care who you know, So Many Waves was the first rag that was deemed silky. Now, I don't want to make this like a So Many Waves video, so let's talk about this Remix rag. So it has a black trim and it has the green stitching going down the middle. The straps are pretty wide and the tail is pretty short, but the one thing that sticks out with the Remix rag is it has branding on it, and it says Remix at the bottom right of the tail. And I think that's essential when you're making your own durag or anything that you're selling that's yours. I feel like you need to brand your stuff so people know what it is and where it came from. Or if they just read the name, they can say, hey, where'd you get that from? They can Google it, and this will be the first thing that pop up. All right, guys, so now we're going to talk about this So Many Waves rag. Now, as you guys can see, it has the stitching going down the middle. But as you can see, it has a long tail and it has the wide straps, as I just previously said when I opened the package. But as I stated before, So Many Waves are making their durags a little bit different than they made them back in the past. And the reason why I say that is because before their durags were a little bit thicker. This one is definitely thinner than what they used to be. Alright guys, so as you can see, I have the So Many Waves rag on. The straps are nice and thick, and they're also super long. I love that about So Many Waves rag. I never in my life had to worry about the straps of So Many Waves rag being too short. That was never a consideration when I wanted to buy this rag. Also, this rag fits my crown perfectly. My crown has nice compression. Some rags, like the Dream rag, the straps were just too short and it didn't fit my crown right. I have a funny shaped head. My crown area slopes down, and sometimes while I was wearing those Dream rags, I didn't get good compression. So that's why I didn't like wearing those. Alright guys, so here's a Remix Silky Rag on my head. I love the way this rag feels. The straps are nice and wide, a little bit wider than the So Many Waves rag, and they're also a little bit longer than the So Many Waves rag. As I previously stated with the Dream Durag, it used to stick up a little bit on my crown. I kind of felt like this one was going to stick up on my crown just because they're the same material, but at the end of the day, it doesn't do that, so that's a real big plus for me. Alright guys, so that was the So Many Waves Durag and the Remix Silky Durag. Now, I know you guys are asking, which one do I think is better? Well, first, before I tell you guys how I feel about both of them, let's talk about the cons of both durags. Now, from my experience with the Remix rag, I came across two cons. First con for me is, if I put product in my hair, get a nice session in, and then throw the Remix rag on, a few hours later, most of the product is going to be in the rag. And that's because I'm a low porosity waver. What that means is, my hair takes a little bit of a longer time to absorb moisture. So I noticed when I put the Remix rag on right after I finish my session, that a few hours later, most of the moisture will be in the rag. And another con is, I noticed that if you don't tie this rag tight enough, it tends to move slightly. I ain't gonna say a lot, just slightly. I'm not saying it doesn't lay my hair, because it damn sure lays my hair. I have no complaints there, but just those are two cons that I came across for wearing this rag. Alright guys, so I'm gonna give you some cons for the So Many Waves rag. Now, the first con is, it has to do with the shipping. If you try to order a So Many Waves rag from the website, from their website, it's gonna take you at least a good two and a half weeks before you get it. Now, there are other websites that you can get them from, like Tracy Lauren Naturals, Ill Products, but the only problem with ordering it from an outside source is they run out quick. They run out real quick, and you have to wait till they restock. And if you don't catch them when they restock, then you're gonna have to wait again. Another con of the So Many Waves rag is, sometimes you just don't know what you're gonna get, man. I've gotten brand new rags that were super thick, and I've gotten brand new rags that were super thin. Now I mean like super thin, I mean like paper thin. Like where it was just bad. I've gotten So Many Waves rags where the straps were super thick, and I got So Many Waves rags where the straps were super thin. You never know what you're gonna get. And that's kind of bothersome too, because if it's your first time getting a rag, and say I tell you, say, hey, go get that So Many Waves rag, it's a great rag. And then you order one that's a cool color, and the straps are super thin, and it's a thin rag, you're gonna say I gave you bad advice. And that's something that I really don't like. I've heard people that inbox me with great experiences about So Many Waves and bad experiences about So Many Waves. But I'm not gonna say it's a bad rag, because I have literally over 100 So Many Waves rags, and I love them all. But that's one thing I will say about Remix. The consistency of the material doesn't change across the board. Now you may have some straps that are a little bit shorter, but they're not gonna be that short. But that's just a game that you play with any durag. At the end of the day, I understand this is a versus match, but I'm gonna say I choose both of them, and this is why. Now, if I'm doing a fresh wash, and I got product in my hair, I'm brushing my hair, and I'm ready to lay my hair down, I'm gonna wear So Many Waves rag. And the reason why is because I stated earlier, So Many Waves rag doesn't suck moisture out of my hair like the Remix rag. So if it's a fresh wash, or I'm putting product in my hair, then I'm gonna wear a So Many Waves rag. Now, if it's after my hair has set already, after the product has already been absorbed in my hair, and it's like the next day, I'm going to throw on the Remix rag. And the reason why is because I like the way it feels on my head. And I also like the way it reacts to my hair, because I feel like it gives my hair a little bit of a shine to it. So for me, I choose both of the rags. I like them both. Now, at the end of the day, I'm still biased. I love So Many Waves rags. That's my rag of choice. But there's a place in my wave arsenal for the Remix Silky Durag. Alright guys, so that's it. That's all I have for this video. If you guys like this video, hit that thumbs up button, or comment down below. Let me know how you felt about the video, and let me know what type of durags do you guys wear. Also, if you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, click a tap right here to subscribe to the channel. And if you guys haven't seen my last video, click a tap right here. It's your boy Sean Wave. Shout out to the nation. That's my squad. Peace.